Assalamu alaikum and good evening, everyone. Welcome to the show. You can watch us live on Pod Talk or LB24. Today we're here with a very special program. It's something very close to our hearts. It's to raise funds for an ambulance for Gaza, for Palestine. This is where we are here tonight. Now, the unique achievement of tonight is that for the very first time, well, to my knowledge, for the very first time, and I've been involved in Tyre Hamness for the last 35 years in sports, we have brought together different sporting organizations to support this unique project, which is to raise money for an ambulance for Gaza. And I'm very delighted that I am joined tonight by representatives of different organizations who have been playing a vital role in our community for many, many years in the field of sports, youth and community and so on. So without further ado, let me introduce you to my guest. I'll start with, from my far left, I had Nahid Rana, who is the Secretary of London Cricket League.
Assalamu alaikum. Thank you.
And next to Nahid, we have our senior brother, Shobat and the senior amda, Fazlul Bhai. Assalamu alaikum.
Alaikum salam.
Fazlul Bhai was a founding member of PYO and well-known youth worker, well, not worker, youth manager actually, for PYO and Tyre Hamness Council, and he was our youth worker. So
Yes.
we're very proud to have Fazlul Bhai with us.
Thank you.
Next to me, I have Farid Ahmed, who is a founding member of Stepney FC and the MM charity group. MM stands for, I'll tell you later. Welcome, Farid.
Thank you.
And to my immediate right, I have Syed Salik Ahmed. Assalamu alaikum, Syed Bhai.
Salam, thank you.
Syed Bhai, again, a well-known footballer in our community. In the 80s, 90s, Syed Bhai was a good midfielder, I would say. He was a good midfielder. And also a founding member of the 50 Active Club. For those who don't know, 50 Active Club has been working in the community for the last
8 years.
8 years and been doing some amazing charity work. So we'll talk about that in a second. Next to Syed Bhai, I have Atikur Rahman, a director of London Sportive.
Assalamu alaikum.
Alaikum salam.
Thank you, bhai. Thanks for inviting me.
Thank you for coming. London Sportive, as you all know, again, a very well-known organization in our community. And by no means least here, I have Aroz Mia, the CEO of Sporting Foundation, which is formerly known as BFA UK. And I have to say, Brother Aroz, I'm going to start with you, because if we could take the mic to you.
Yeah.
Now, this whole idea of bringing our community together, especially the sporting community, to raise money for an ambulance in Gaza. And you actually went on a visit to Cairo. And
That's right.
so after you came back, you kind of came up with this concept of how we can raise money through sporting events for this particular, for an ambulance. Now, give us a brief background about your visit and why you thought about this particular initiative.
Assalamu alaikum, everyone. Great to be here. As you say, Zach, this is a very kind of special project which involves everybody in our community, especially our sporting community, which is great to see. As you alluded to, it's probably the first time that differing organizations have come together, and rightly so, because the issue of Gaza is quite precious to us. And obviously we know what's happened in the last 15 months. Putting that aside, how all this started was when I went as a delegate last summer, or October to be more precise, with an organization or a charity called 13 River Trust. So they took a delegate or delegation to Cairo.
Mm-hmm.
And the idea was that to visit Palestinians who were injured, who were orphaned, who were widowed, but fortunately made it to Egypt and Cairo in particular. So I went as part of that delegation headed by Abu Hasnat of Tate River Trust. I went there, obviously going there and seeing physically, you know, people's injury and seeing widows and orphans had a great effect on me. And part of the delegation, we went to various projects to see for ourselves over like 3-4 days. For example, we went to the hospital, a local hospital. I forgot the name, but they kind of specialize in treating Palestinians in particular. I think it is run by Palestinians themselves, Palestinian doctors. Another one was to see where flour were made, you know, bags of flour, which then subsequently went to Gaza. And the third one was whereby an ambulance was made or created from, you know, normal vehicle. They turned it into an ambulance. That's where the thought came, because myself and Abu Bay, everyone knows Abu Bay from Tate River Trust. So I was XPYO. We'll have a PYO connection if no one minds. So as we were kind of looking at these ambulances, how it's made, etc., we kind of had a kind of a discussion where Abu Bay said, "Oh, it'd be nice to get local football teams involved and to have the logos." So I kind of, as soon as he said that, I said, "Okay, that seems like a bit of a challenge to our sporting community, you know." Alhamdulillah, you know, we've been playing sports, etc., in the community for many years, and that, you know, as soon as he said that, I said, let's take it as a challenge. So that is when the thought kind of occurred to me, Zach. Yeah. Let's rise to the challenge as a sporting community.
Yeah.
As I said, we played many years, have done various stuff over the years, but Gaza is special. We need to all focus on Gaza. And regardless, alhamdulillah, I mean, as I say, if I go around, Zach, everyone's doing great stuff.
We're going to come to that later.
Yeah. So
and that's fine, Aros.
yeah.
That's fine.
Okay.
Let me stop you there. First of all, let me come to you. Now, first of all, you've been involved in community for many, many years. And like I said, you're our youth worker. Yeah, you are the one that we used to look up to when it came to community issues, when it came to protection in the community. No, it's true. We were young. You are the one that we used to look up to. We used to feel protected because you were there for us for many, many years. Now, to see the power of sport, you know, because I'm not the difference I say. Yeah. We have differences. We have misunderstanding in our community. But this is an issue that is bringing our communities together, especially sporting groups. Mm-hmm. How do you feel, for the way? Because you've got the experience, you've got the knowledge of all the bickering, all the issues that we have in our community. But this is, we said to everyone, put everything aside, yeah, come together for a good cause, and this is to raise money for a fantastic initiative. So how do you feel being part of this?
MashaAllah. Thank you for the opportunity. And like you said, I think we all here been involved in sports for a long time. Same as you, Zach, and all the work that you've done, and Aros and everybody else. I feel quite proud to see. That's why I'm here. Normally, I don't come to these type of talk shows or TV shows or whatever to talk about other things. But because it's a very noble cause, that's actually the reason why I'm here. And also to see the younger generation actually coming together to do something for Gaza, because everybody's touched by what's happening down there. And if we can play our part and to bring everybody together. If you remember in our days, Zach, when we had different groups like Sports Network Council, we had 3 organizations. The amount of headache you get from trying to get everybody to get involved to meet the community needs. But this is different. This is, there's a saying, isn't there? Like, if you believe in something, put the money where the mouth is. Before, we didn't put the money where the mouth is. We had to help raise the money and give it to them. But now people are putting their own money into this cause, and they're coming together, whether it's football, cricket, hockey. I'm going to mention the names. Yeah, Aros got a whole list of organizations, and it should be commended what Aros is doing and everybody else here, and some of the people who are not here as well. I think we should thank everybody to try and bring this together and raise much funds as we can, because ambulance is just one aspect of a small contribution to the big cause, really. And whatever we can do and whatever role I can play, alhamdulillah. I'm willing to do.
Thank you, Fazl Bhai. Let me come to Saad Bhai now. Saad Bhai, again, someone who's been involved in football, especially in football, for over 40 years, I think.
Don't give my age.
I'm not going to give you age away because you're younger than Fazl Bhai anyway, so don't worry.
Sure?
No.
I think he's older than
I think he's older than you, actually. You're older.
I'm sure I'm
I
older.
think he's a couple of years older than me.
Saad Bhai, again, you've been involved with BYM, you've been involved with other organizations now, very actively involved with 50 active club. After last 8 years, Dori, in terms of building houses in Bangladesh for the most destitute, most poor in Bangladesh, I mean in Sylhet especially. Yeah, this is an addition, Nani, after lagi. Yeah, you're already doing charity work, but why did you think it's important to be part of this? Charity already to korra apnara, but ikal lagi ekhane apnara turi tuila.
Okay, Zach, thank you for having me. And yes, I think the question that you're actually saying, why did we actually get involved? Well, to be honest, I think this was probably, I mean, we have been doing charity work for quite a few years. And that's a very special thing for us because the money goes to Bangladesh and we build homes. But when I think the discussion was with Brother Aras when he came up with the idea, and it was actually quite easy for us to actually make that decision.
Right.
It wasn't hard at all. I mean, even with our group, we didn't actually have to take it back to the committee and say, let's get consent for it.
Yeah.
It wasn't necessary because we already had the consensus there, and it was a majority consensus. Everybody approved of the idea, and I think everybody felt very passionate that whether we do anything else, this is something that we all want to do, and we want to help not only our community get together and have that community feeling, but to raise the target that we have, 35,000 for an ambulance. And we always felt that, that target for, if we can get whatever 10, 15 organizations, alhamdulillah, I think we've got more than that. 26 organizations. I mean, I was very confident even then that we could quite easily exceed that target. So very easy, we felt very passionate. It's something that, it touches our heart, and we all wanted to do something about it. And this was one way of doing
MashaAllah.
our bit.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Now, Nahid, let me come to you. Mike, you need to take the mic. Sorry about that. Now, London Cricket League has been running various cricket tournaments, leagues, and so on. Now, again, for London Cricket League to be involved in this, there are many different ways of raising money for this. Yeah? So what ideas do you have from London Cricket League to promote this and raise money for this?
First of all, Assalamu alaikum and thank you, Zakir Bhai and LB24 and Shah Yusuf Bhai for hosting this program for a great cause. And thank you, Zakir Bhai, for uniting all the sporting community together for this great initiative. And we are really proud to be part of it. And thank you very much for give us the opportunity to involve with this. And for a long time we are organizing some leagues, tournaments, and the same way we can raise this fund by organizing a tournament. So maybe that way we can invite teams, we can invite even teams and individuals, we can approach them. Okay, so for that great cause, we are organizing a tournament. Please be part of it. And the people in Gaza, they are really in need. And it's our responsibility as a human being to support them at our level best. So we can raise that issue to them, and we can encourage them to donate so that we can.
How many teams do you have playing in your league now?
Last year we had 12 and 20 teams, around 20 teams. This year will be around same. Maybe more.
Individual teams.
Yeah. So we have to. I think we need to approach the individual team and at the same time individual person to who are involved with the cricket.
Okay.
Because every team they have got 25 at least they have 25 players. So if we reach everyone and if we request all the teams so that they can share, like we are raising fund for that great cause.
Yeah.
So they should support. They should tell their colleagues as well.
Thank you, Naid. I think let me come to you. So London Sportive, I know I'm a great supporter of London Sportive. Again, you guys have been doing some fantastic work in the community, and you've been recognised by many different institutions as well for your work, excellent work. And I actually found your organisation very organised, and the events that you held, especially your award ceremony and everything, mashallah, well organised, well manned. Now, I think London Sportive, you have a good network. Yeah, I know you have badminton, you have cricket, you have various, you have football clubs. Again, I requested you to be part of this because I thought your organization would add value to this initiative. And I'm sure you've spoken to your committee members and directors about this. But my question to you is, London Sportive, because you organize so many different events, what are you going to target? How are you going to target to raise money for this particular initiative? What is it you're thinking that you're going to do?
Okay, thank you, Zakir Bhai. First of all, thanks very much to you because, when you text me and said, do you want to be the part of this project? Believe me, straight away I sent message to my board of director group and said, Zakir Bhai, give us the opportunity to be part of this great cause because I've been personally to Palestine. I've seen all these things myself.
Oh, mashallah. I didn't know that.
Yeah. So, when I asked them, they said yes straight away. Even none of them really said no. Straight away, every single one of my directors, they said yes, we can be part of this. But inshallah, because we can be participate organize the badminton tournament. We can organize cricket tournament, football. Alhamdulillah, as you know, that we have a lot of people that playing regularly badminton, the cricket league. We play in Ranawais League. We play Saturday League. Everything on there as well. And I can ask my football group as well. They can organize football tournaments. So the first of all, we are planning to organize a badminton tournament either before the Ramadan or after the Ramadan. Because when you said we have like at least 6 months in our hand, I said, okay, that's a great thing because Ramadan is coming. So basically during the Ramadan, we're not going to be able to organize anything.
Yeah.
So hopefully we are planning to organize the badminton tournament. And after Ramadan, inshallah, we're planning to do the cricket and football as well. Plus, as you know, we have, alhamdulillah, a lot of players, more than 250 players in our club. So if we ask every single one to participate, to donate something in there, so we're not going to ask anyone to give us a big amount or anything, inshallah. And all our board of directors, they also said they also participate in this great cause as well.
Thank you, Atiq. Now, Farid, do you want to speak?
No, it's all right. I'm just here to see you guys.
Farid, thanks for coming.
Yeah, thank you.
Now, like I said, Farid is a founding member of Stepney FC, a very successful football club in our community for many, many years. Not because of him, but the club, right? And
Carry on.
Farid, you need to get the mic, please, yeah? And also, Farid recently has founded a great charity. Co-funded, actually. There are other founders. A co-founder of the Charity Group, which stands for stands for Mickey Mouse Charity Group.
That's right.
Now, the name obviously is quite funny, but the work they do is serious. It's not Mickey Mouse business what they do. They've been, again, very similar to the 50 Active Group. They've been raising funds for various causes. And I think, Farid, you should tell us some of the projects that you've supported.
Yeah, so thank you, Zach, for inviting me, first of all. Assalamu alaikum, everybody. So Charity Group was set up about 3-4 years ago now. One of the brothers here, Shamim, who was from West End, he was in Bangladesh, and he saw some of the deprivation in Bangladesh at that time, and there's flooding and other things going on. And he said, wouldn't it be great for us we all play football together, wouldn't it be great if we did something jointly as a charitable way? So we thought, you know what, instead of playing loads of, we're an age now, we play lots of friendlies and charity games. And we thought, instead of just playing friendlies, let's use those as a means to raise the money and help the poor around the world. That's what you would have set up. And I think over the last 4 or 5 years, we raised probably over 30,000-40,000 pounds. That's been allocated to various charitable causes, including Bangladesh, purchase rickshaws for.
So it's not just for Bangladesh.
No, it's not for just Bangladesh.
okay.
We've been supporting causes in Palestine, for example, through the 13 Rivers Trust. We've donated to the earthquake projects in Syria, in Turkey.
Okay.
So various projects that we're contributing to the 15 homes, 50 active
Yeah.
homes program as well. And inshallah, we also committed to contribute to the Pray for Gaza too. So that's the element of the MM charity, but also represent a charity called the Stepney Sabikun, and that's part of the Stepney FC. This was set up in the name of 5 brothers that was to play for Stepney FC. They're sadly no longer with us.
Yeah.
And Sabikun means forerunners, so they raised their head,
Right.
left the dunya, and we sort of like set up a charity in their name. So again, water wells, Hafizi students, paying for orphanages, all sorts of things under their name, and so hope that Allah accepts, in the intention behind it.
Wow, that's amazing. And yeah, anyone can.
Yeah,
But if you want to talk, you have to take the mic. Yeah, that's the rule.
I'm just going to add, so this project, Zach, when I came back from Cairo, to be honest, Farid was one of the first person, to encourage me, because as we do meet during Jummah at Stepney Shah Jalal Mosque, so after the prayers, I was talking about this project. I said, Farid, we're doing X, Y, and Z. So Farid turned around and said, it really inspired me in terms of his positivity. He goes, Arazbhai, don't worry. We could raise 50,000, I said, now you're talking, Farid. So Farid kind of, as I said, inspired me or gave me the confidence, because, you're always a bit apprehensive. This idea, will everyone buy it, etc. Underneath, I was confident that, this cause, no one's going to refuse. It's such a noble cause. So Farid was one of the first person really to think. And then obviously older brothers like Saad Bhai and Babul Bhai, I approached them. It was a little war ceremony, wasn't it? ILFL war ceremony. I said, look, this is the idea. They didn't hesitate. They came on board. So Alhamdulillah, these are like positive people. Then Joe and Faisal came on board, and we'll talk about the other aspect of this as you will. So Farid and everybody else who kind of initially gave their support, Jazakallah for you brothers, because that really set the foundation for movement. And then it was a snowball effect, as Fazlul Bhai said, when people started to organization, and necessarily it's not just sports organization. We have cricket.
We'll go for the list.
Yeah, you go. Okay, so I just wanted to add to Farid that.
I was going to basically say, when Arazbhai approached me about this, it was an easy sell. Everybody around the room, in our sports community, football community, all passionate about this issue.
Yeah.
Right. And if my thing is, if we can't unite behind this,
Absolutely.
project, right, we'll never be united.
Absolutely.
Right. And so, in terms of trying to achieve something for this cause, this is a no-brainer. I think everybody's on board, and I'm sure once the message goes out, more and more people will be interested in getting involved in cities, inshallah.
Yeah. So I think what we need to talk about now is how we're going to raise the money. Okay. Although I asked Nahid and I asked Atikur about what they're going to do, but I think Farid and a couple of other brothers have already decided of actually organizing a charity run. So it's run for Gaza. So Amrata Shobahunani, pray for Gaza. So we're saying pray for Gaza, now play for Gaza, now run for Gaza, right? So let's talk about the run for Gaza, because that's going to be quite huge. We're targeting, let's start with you again, Farid, sorry. So what's the aim of the run for Gaza?
Yeah, so I think when we talked about fundraising initiatives, we thought, what can generate the most money? Sometimes we're doing small tournaments, football tournaments, badminton tournaments. By the time you pay for the pitch hires and the referees and facilities, you don't always get to raise enough money. Getting everybody involved, that's the main thing. The key element here is if we're going to be raising money for 1 or 2 ambulances, for example, we need lots of money, right? And my thing was, actually, how do we get a lot of money into this project? And the run, it always helps, charity runs, if we can get it right, inshallah, that the plan is to organized. I mean, they've got Faisal, Arazbai, and Joe behind the scenes working very
Okay.
hard to make this happen. The idea is that we get about 300-400 runners. We're going to be ambitious. We're going to get about 300-400 runners. We're going to be asking people
So
to,
200 male, 200 female.
inshallah. The plan is to do this in mid to late May. We're likely to be using Myland Park and also Myland Stadium.
Okay.
The idea behind it is we can get about 400 runners, for example, and if we can get everyone to raise, say, £500 each, that's a minimum. I've already spoken to some of the brothers and players in Stepney FC, for example. About 10, 15 of them already said, yeah, we'll do it. No problem. Sad by he said his family and friends have got 30, 40 members already lined up.
34?
Yeah.
30 or 40, sorry.
That's quite interesting.
I think, well, I mean, I've always from the start, I said, you know, if we do the fun run, I think it's a big potential to actually raise a lot of money. And my feeling is, because I feel very passionate about this, I feel that it's not just me who needs to be involved. I think the whole family needs to be involved. And it's one way, I mean, obviously it's raising awareness, but it's for the family to actually express themselves, you know, what this is all about. And this is their way of actually getting involved. And I think if we get everybody involved, what we're actually doing, we're getting the numbers, but also we're getting the contribution in it as well. So if we all do that, I think 300-400, you know, runners quite easily. I think we can do it. I know.
The main thing was around raising awareness as well.
Yeah.
You know, so if we have been just targeting badminton tournament, for example, it's only the badminton players that are getting involved. Right? If we do a charitable run, you know, if I'm raising £500 from, for example, I'm sending out that message. Right? We're raising money for Gaza to maybe 500 contacts. Right? And if we all collectively do that, can you imagine how many people?
Yeah,
will be
for
reaching?
example, they've got 250 players
Yeah.
in their club, right? If they can bring, you don't need anyone else.
That's it. That's done. Thank you.
Even if you pay £5 each, it's fine.
Yeah.
So,
Quickly, can I just
Yeah.
say also? I mean, I've invited all my family members. I mean, not just all my family, but extended family.
Okay.
Not only that, I mean, I've invited my BI, I've got two BI.
I think
And I said, you know what,
I
you need to
think
be
we could
involved.
stop the
You need to
registration right now because
Without the mic, no one can hear you. Okay? No one can hear you.
Just to kind of pick up on Farid exactly what.
What are you picking on for?
Yeah,
Stop
pick
picking
up.
on me.
So the fun run, which was Farid's idea, is basically we're gonna have a 5K run at Myland Park and finish the last lap for the men in the stadium,
Olympic style.
Olympic
okay.
style. And for our females, we're gonna have the run actually within the stadium. So by March, the actual stadium is open now, but inshallah it will be covered. So our sisters can run in terms of, you know, their religious and cultural sensitivity. So that would hopefully encourage a lot of our sisters to take part. But as Farid said, if I can just say, I think obviously we're going to raise the funds, etc. Alhamdulillah, but the message is much more important because the serious issue of you know, Gaza is a challenge to me individually and the Ummah, that, you know, we have to kind of rise above this and ensure that the message of Gaza and the people of Gaza are not forgotten. 18,000 children dead, you know, women, you know, the devastation, etc. So what I feel individually, yes, it's important to raise the money, etc. But we need to keep alive the message and the hope of our brothers and sisters in Gaza and pass on that message to our next generation. Because I believe what's happening now is a very serious challenge, not just us now, but generations to come. And if we don't keep up the message, and as you can see, so much lies have been said about the issue, we need to counter that. And that's one of the kind of my thoughts, that, you know, hopefully this will be not just one-off, but inshallah, if we can do it properly, then it can be an annual thing.
Thank you, Aaron. I think, by the way, let's hear from you again. I understand raising the awareness, but my perspective on this is, as far as I'm aware, everyone is aware of this, what's happening in Gaza, in Palestine. Okay, but this initiative, it's not just about awareness. I think it's about unity. It's bringing the community together, yeah, for a cause that we all feel for. Really. So I would want to emphasize more on the unity of people coming together, supporting a cause of this nature to raise money for an ambulance, not one, maybe two. Who knows, maybe three, we don't know. We just started this, yeah. So already, mashallah, আমরা তো 35,000 আমরা টার্গেট আছিল, yeah. But already আমরা 27,000 pledge হয়ে গেছে from different groups, right?
Yeah, I mean, I think the basic idea, sorry if I can add, because you asked the question, is that each organization who gave their logo, their idea is to raise £1,000 as a minimum. Minimum.
Yeah.
So alhamdulillah, as you say, Zach, we already got 26 organization. So if you do simple maths, that's £26,000 already pledged. So yeah.
Let's hear from the way. Again, do you feel motivated that our sporting groups are coming together to raise money for this beautiful initiative?
Of course, I feel proud. As you know, my background is sports, and we've been involved in sports for a long time, since the younger generation. But it's nice to see the younger generation coming together, putting their barriers to
Young people like Farid and me.
Okay.
Yeah,
Thank you.
young people like Zach, still looking young and
Mashallah,
shiny and everything. So, but I think the like you said, I think it's the unity is very important.
Yeah.
But the unity for a good cause is also very important. But the thing is, as Said Bhai said, also touched on, is that our families are involved in this, and the message is not going to get lost. That is the important thing that we can take away from this. I think this is the initiative. That's first step. It's not finished. After you raise funds for one ambulance, two ambulance, this Gaza issue is going to be continued. There's going to be more need, and we need to continue this effort. And we can only do that if we all come together, as we have done now, and putting people's differences aside, come together. And it's wonderful to see. Like, it's not just football. Like when we were involved, it's mainly football. And now you got cricket, you got other sports, basketball. The females are also involved as well in some way, and they're again contributing to or helping to raise funds as well. So I think everybody coming together, children, females, elderly people as well, over 50s.
About the run. So,
So it's very, very reassuring and it's refreshing as well that we are actually doing this.
So I just want to ask these two guys here.
We'll go down run, right?
Right.
Mickey Mouse run.
Can we also have a 50+ walk for Gaza? Not run for Gaza. We walk.
Yeah. So the project is actually, the program is actually run, stroke, walk.
Oh, okay.
For
Brilliant.
guys. So we're not.
You're in.
We're not excluding anybody. So you can.
Finally, I can do a sport.
Yeah, you can walk the whole course.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we're not front.
If I can just start quickly, just in terms of what you just said, run, walk, stroll. I think I invited.
I'm not sure about strolling just like that.
I mean, I invited all my family.
So can pedal as well if you want to.
Why not?
Yeah.
I mean, I invited all my family. My nephew, I mean, he's just become a dad quite recently. I think some of you, I mean, Naim, you probably know him. And I said to him, this is a good cause. I mean, you don't have to run, you don't have to walk. Stroll with my nephew.
Sure.
Oh, with nothing.
Yeah.
Push the pram. Yeah.
Push the pram.
Oh, wow. Okay. Yeah.
It doesn't restrict anybody. Everyone can actually get involved. And I think one fact I think we all know very well, and that is the word spreads faster with women than it does with men. So really, I think this is a group that we need to tap into.
But they're more active, that's why.
They're active and they need to be involved.
Mashallah.
They
Well,
don't seem to run, they just get involved quickly as possible.
Yeah, let me just hear from Atik. I haven't heard from Atik for a while. So I think we're talking about this run for Gaza, walk for Gaza, stroll for Gaza. Again, I think London Sports can play a vital role here because of your sheer volume of members. Can you support this run for Gaza?
Yes, why not? If you brothers make a poster or anything for your the project you are doing, so inshallah we are also making our poster and everything. So once you've done your project, if you give it to us in the group, I will send it to my different, because we have our different WhatsApp groups,
Yeah.
so I can send it to my different
Also
groups.
fundraising link as well.
Yeah, fundraising link.
Yeah.
And I don't know really, fundraising link, are we collecting, individually collecting the link, or just we're going to collect from one link? We need to-
Sports related.
Yeah, so in-
Sorry, one of you answer this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so in terms of publicity, we are just waiting confirmation from Milan Stadium on
Venue.
the date,
Okay.
because we got two venues, the park and the stadium, and they're two separate bodies.
Yeah.
And we have to do application, etc., etc. So initially, the provisional date was 25th of May, but we may not get that booking because it's already booked. So we're looking at 18th of May. But as soon as there is a chance though, the actual booking may be cancelled and we could revert back to, but inshallah, within the next couple of days, we'd know actually the actual day, and then we can do the publicity, etc. So, Fred, you wanna-
Yeah, I just want to say in terms of the process. So the individual runners will have their own fundraising page, dedicated page
Okay.
that they send a link out to the family and friends.
So like the marathon.
Yeah, so it's like a marathon, yeah. So they'll have a target, and then they can see how much money's been coming in and that sort of thing. So the whole idea is that if we can get 400 runners, for example, 400 pages will be set up under the
So who
charity run.
So who will set up the link? Do you want to mention it?
So
that
13 Rivers are our charity partner in this, and they obviously been great help. And so they be obviously applying for permission and
Yeah.
risk assessments and other things that needs to be done. So they do all the background admin side.
they need to register, I assume.
So they will create either through Launchboard or Muslim Giving, one of those platforms we'll be using to get their pages set up.
So the fund will go direct to 13 Rivers Trust?
No, you'll go to those funding platforms first,
Okay.
and then the money will be then transferred after the race.
Then how would we know how much we raised?
Yeah, so in your own page, so we can have a
Now,
one.
collectively, how would we know?
So we will have one main page to say this is Run Walk for Gaza page, and you can see how many runners are on there.
Okay.
But if you go to individual page, for example, you can see how much has been.
Ah,
donated.
okay.
So you can have a total for the main page, and then it's also a total for subtotals for different.
Oh,
pages.
excellent. Nahid, let me come to you. Same question, Tumare Khurramami. You've got 20 teams in your league,
Yes.
and I think, again, another opportunity for you to encourage and inspire your clubs to take part in this. So, do you feel, আমরা ক্রিকেটার বলতে আসুন, they'll be happy to take part in this project, running for Gaza?
I believe no one will disagree with that way, because everyone have got the humanity and they really want to support Gaza. So hope if they get the platform, definitely they will come forward and support this great cause. That's what I believe.
Thank you. আমার মনে হয়, then if the target is 400, I think we'll hit more than 400. That's what I believe. But if the target is 400 and each person just raises even just £100, minimum £100, how much is that for it? I'm not good at maths.
Yeah, it's 40,000.
and
That's doable, isn't it? It's doable.
it's doable, and we could create an amazing thing or history in the sense that, our community, if we look at it, there's a lot of health issues, and we as a community don't do physical activity. We're very inactive. And so we want to leave a legacy. So this event may open up doors in the sense that, especially our females, mothers and sisters who don't get the opportunity to be active. Hopefully, this event will kickstart their kind of interest in, where they can go and run in a cultural and religious sensitive manner. So I'm quite excited with that.
But I think I want to go back to what Sadbhai
Yeah.
said. I know we're talking about teams and clubs, but it's very important that the initiative Sadbhai is taking to involve the whole family, from the elders to newborn. If we all take that same initiative with our families, we'll be 400 there.
But we also belong to all different sports associations, football clubs, for example. So I send a message out to, say, Stepney FC, Stepney Sabican Group, and say, guys, we're doing this run in May. Who's up for it? We really need your help, right? Immediately, within hours, I had about 10 people confirm, say, I'll be in it, inshallah. 5 or 6 people said maybe, just a bit, depending on dates. if we just took responsibility for our own associations, we've got
Absolutely.
26 organizations here. If 26 people said, "I'll get 10 people each from our organizations," right? That's 260 people.
Yeah.
And then we've got sports, London Sport Team with their 200 members.
Fair
You know,
enough.
with
I'll
that.
not be studying. Yeah.
And then you've got 20 teams.
You've got 7, is it 7 here?
Seven.
Or how many? 7 of us,
Seven.
yeah.
Oh, yeah. No, well, 36.
And Zach still to contribute.
How many members you said? Family and friends?
Oh,
34.
I'm expecting maybe about 40.
Wow. Mashallah.
By now.
Okay.
I mean, you know, when I actually announced this, I mean, I'm going back about 3 weeks now. After our discussion, I immediately, I mean, in my house, I had the whole family around. I mean, this was something else.
Or something
I
else,
had the family around,
MashaAllah.
and I thought, right, this is a good cause, and I'm going to tell everybody because you know I want my family to know, and I want my family to be involved in it. I don't want to do it on my own. I want them to be involved. I want them to actually express themselves,
Amazing.
and you know, tell everybody, you know, this is what we're doing, and this is the reason we're actually raising the money, and that's the reason I want everybody involved.
I think, you know, London Sportive, the events you do,
Yeah.
I've attended a few events. It's not just you. You have your wives there, your children's there. So this is another opportunity.
Inshallah, yeah.
Yeah.
I already said, discuss. I think I post this on my WhatsApp status. My daughter, she's already saying
MashaAllah,
she's
yeah.
going to be involved in there as well. So she can be take her friend and everyone as well.
Because I attended one of your events in Westham Park
Yeah.
a couple of years
Oh,
back.
that's our family fun there.
Yeah, and I was quite, I was taken back because you know, when I went there, I'm expecting they said to me to come and present some awards. Yeah, like a fun day, but I didn't expect families to be there. When I got there, there were about 200-300 people, sisters, children,
This is,
brothers, everyone. It's amazing.
Saad Bhai and Bravatic has inspired me. So, you know, I have to practice what I preach. So I'll be running definitely. Inshallah, I'll get
Do you think you can bring your wife to run?
Yeah, my wife and...
Can you write this down, please? Yeah, for it.
Yeah.
Note that, please.
So, like you say, it should be
Are
a
you gonna? Is she watching?
She may be. But like you said, would be great to get every family members involved. It's a family day out, basically. We want to make it. Kids as well. We're thinking of kids. But to just mention also, Zach, that apart from this kind of, I say, flagship kind of event, we got other events done by the organization. Like, for example, ILFL, they'll be doing a charity tournament in Ramadan, and they'll be contributing.
In Ramadan?
Yeah, they do an annual Ramadan
Oh, wow.
competition, I believe. Correct me if I'm wrong. So inshallah, they'll be donating that, and I believe it's going to be more than 1,000. You know, we gave 1,000 to everybody, so alhamdulillah. 50 active are doing various matches to raise money. Usmani Trust, Bravasana is going to be organizing a Masters 7-a-side tournament. And inshallah, Sporting Foundation will be doing a football tournament and also getting runners for the event. So everybody's doing a lot of things, and our other organizations.
Well, I can tell you quite clearly what 50 Active is doing.
Yeah.
They've organized a charity football match on the 10th of this month, which is it Monday?
Yeah.
So yeah,
It is
Yeah,
Monday, isn't it?
yes, it's Monday.
Wow.
Well, we-
Vishwanath 50 plus versus Usmani Nagar 50 plus. So which one do you belong to?
I'm from
It's visual.
Islamabad.
Okay.
No, I mean, we thought we'd get the ball rolling.
Absolutely, yeah.
So on Monday. So if you are free, come and support us at least.
Where is it held? Tell people.
One important thing
Yeah.
that I mentioned as well. We anticipate this fund, the charity run, but also this Play for Gaza scheme to be huge. And we are looking for people to come forward with sponsorships and businesses, local businesses, national businesses. So if you want to have your logo and the Rwanda's t-shirts, for example, those sort of things, or sponsor the timer or the clock or whatever. There's loads of opportunities, and I think it's such a beautiful cause. And especially someone like Tower Hamlets, we led the way recently around. If you walked around after the issue with flags and everything else, no other borough in the country has actually did that. And
Yeah.
we were actually, a lot of people talked about Tower Hamlets as a model in this outlook. And I think it's fitting that we do the event in Tower Hamlets, and a lot of businesses are based in Tower Hamlets as well, and outside Tower Hamlets.
Tower Hamlets has been a flagship
Yeah.
for the Bangladeshi community for last 50, 60 years.
Yeah.
Yeah. Any issues, any obstacles that we face, challenges that we face, we all came together. Because the way Monasini, all the racial attacks, marches,
and
the demonstration, even the riots outside the hospital,
Yeah.
everything starts in Tower Hamlets, and then it filters into other,
And the Brooklyn riots. Is just,
but you remember those days.
I used to live there.
Did you start it?
We started.
I don't know about that. All these skinheads running around. I don't know what was
I
happening.
might be biased because I grew up in
You grew
Tower
up?
Hamlets.
Okay.
You know,
You Shoreditch.
Shoreditch. You know, Tower Hamlets always leads the way in terms of, you know, whatever issue we have, whether it's, racism, even Gaza, etc. We should be really proud, that the heartbeat of the British Bangladeshi community and generally the Ummah is
It's Tower
found
Hamlets.
in Tower Hamlets. So this is amazing, and it's rightly so that we should be having these kind of flagship events
Yeah.
at Milan Stadium, Milan Park. Because one of the things we want to do is make sure that we publicize this. I know people know of the issue,
Yeah.
but sometimes people don't know the issues in the right way. There's a lot of misinformation about Gaza, the issue. For example, why do we need ambulance? Well, the simple answer is over the last 15 months, a government has systematically, knowingly destroyed
Infrastructure,
hospitals. Out of 36, I think they've destroyed 18 completely, and the other ones are partly kind of
they're all finished.
functioning. So these ambulances with all the equipment, etc., is a lifesaver.
Yeah.
A mobile, etc. If people can't go to hospital because of the rubble of all the, they even dug up the roads, etc.
Is it?
So these are vital. You might say, oh, okay, that might be a drop in the ocean, but even if we can help one person, I think it's worth it.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Let's mention some of the organizations that are on board, and they're not here tonight. We just want to give a shout to them. So, obviously, Sporting Foundation is here, Charity, 50 Active, the Valence Community Sports Association, that's Brother Junel and Brother Iqbal, Brick Lane FC. I'm sorry, I'm on a question with short logo. Brick Lane FC, Arrows. This is the organization from Bradford, isn't it?
Yeah. So Humayun, he literally agreed today. So
This-
Humayun
Acronym we look at ISSE.
SE, yeah.
So I can't actually see the name. It's too blurred. I can't see the name. Sorry,
Yeah.
Humayun. তুমি দুঃখিত হইও না আমি
Yeah.
পড়তে পারলাম না পুরান নামটা
Next time, high-res delay,
yeah okay
What's the other one? Arrows?
then we've got
I can't read.
Arrows can't read it as well
Yeah.
but Ali's 15 is that Anfur Ali is that Anfur Ali we've got FC London which we're all part of then we've got London Tigers mashallah a well-known organization in our community and of course Inner London Football League Rashid
They're doing the tournament
and
in
co.
Ramadan.
Shadwell Football Club or Shadwell Youth Organization. Shonali Otis. We have the Bangladeshi Football.
Golf.
Bangladeshi Football Championship
All right.
UK.
So you read it from the
that's-
other side. Yeah.
I'm going. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's Imrul and his group. This is Sabicon. Stepney. Yeah. Then we've got the Seoul Tower Hamlets. Again another well-known organization. Campus is not a sporting organization; it's a business group, educational business, and they've come on board from the beginning. So thanks to Jamal, who is also part of sporting. Then we've got Muslima Sports Association. This is the sisters organization. Yashmin, thank you, Yashmin, and all the sisters for coming on board.
She's a Deputy Chairman of London FA.
Deputy Chairman of London FA. Wow, that's amazing. Then we've got the UK Bangladeshi Golf Society. Now listen, I'm being honest. Nurul, if you're watching, bro, hats off to you, because when you first started this, I mean, I found it quite funny, right? I did.
He gave up football for golf.
He gave up football, retired from football to set up the Golf Association.
Yeah. Can you do a golfing celebration, please?
But seriously, but no, hats off to you, because it's become so popular. They have annual events, not annual, I think they have events every other month. Yeah, they do. And they've also produced some really good golfers. So well done to the Golf Association. Transitions Hub, again, it's not a sporting organization. It's Faisal.
He's involved in the run as well. So
Faisal's quite, yeah.
Faisal is quite key to the run, and he's researching into all things like, timers and all that. What do you call it when you have tag?
Okay, Aros, I'm quite worried about this one. Explain this one.
Yeah.
Khawla Warriors.
Khalwa Warriors. This is Ruji.
Yeah.
Sister Ruji and Rukia. They're like, it's a basketball. So Khalwa was, this is, they were one of, I think, warriors in Islamic history.
MashaAllah, it's a nice name, yeah.
Yeah.
great goal.
Okay, Usmani Trust, we all know Usmani Trust, a well-known organization in Tower Hamlets, which been doing some really good work. Palestine Aid, Aros, I don't know who
think
they
they're a charity based in, they do a lot of work in Cairo.
Okay,
Yeah.
so they have come on board.
Come on board.
Shadwell Dragons,
Shadwell Dragons. That's
player than Joe.
is that Joe?
Yeah.
He does the boat.
Oh, the football. Oh, wow. So, mashallah. Look, already the names that we've just.
You've got one left in.
London Sports already here. They're here.
What's the last one? Cricket.
Arkhoi.
London Cricket.
London Cricket লিখতে যারা already আসেনি কেন বারবার হওয়া লাগতো না, but যারা নাই, we want to thank them for supporting this cause. And again, this is just the beginning. I'm not 26, I see. By 2 weeks time we might be 56 organizations coming together. This is the power. This is the beauty of this project, is to unite, to bring our sporting families together,
with that
regardless of our
background,
fallout, regardless of our issues, regardless of all this, yeah?
Yeah, I think just the logos itself. I know the intention is we shouldn't get away from it. What the reason we're doing this, and whether a logo appears on an ambulance or not, it's not really relevant.
No.
But I think what Rosbay is saying is potentially we could have some of these logos on an ambulance.
Oh,
in
okay.
Gaza. So can you imagine the people that are actually going to be benefiting from an ambulance see?
And it'd be quite unique. If somebody's in Palestine, Gaza sees like, wow, a 50 organization. It's amazing.
From the UK, got together to support us
Yeah.
to provide this ambulance. It's so powerful. You can't put it into words.
And as you say, it's not to kind of show off, or it's just to kind of give motivation to everyone. Like, we've got all these organizations, differing organizations.
That's what I was saying in the group.
Yeah.
When people like Forrest said to me, Zach, can I, do I have to come? I said, you need to come forward, because
He hasn't
People-
stopped talking.
Yeah.
That's the funny
but,
bit.
but I'm your Takwisi report, then unless people like ourselves, if we don't come forward and share these stories, share this message with our community, then how are we going to inspire the next generation? How? If everyone's camera shy,
Yeah.
or people think, oh, I don't want to go because I think people will take me wrong. They think I'm doing this for myself. You're doing it for the cause
And as I
of
said, Zach,
humanity.
there's no time now. It's such a big challenge. We can't be quiet anymore. Personally, what's going on in Gaza, and in particular, we can't be quiet and say, I don't want to rock the boat, etc. It's no time for that. We have to be, we stand up, be counted, as they say.
Yeah, but this is also the test of the Iman, isn't it? Because if we can't do nothing and sit at home doing nothing, right? What will we do? Because at the end of the day, we'll be tested on the day of resurrection. We'll be asked, what did you do?
And to be honest, for Zlubai, the fact is, like, if you see, it's not hard work, because the reason I say that, all these organizations have such, great skill set. A lot of this work is done, not putting hours of work into it. It's done by communication, social media. For example, the run we're creating. We just done a WhatsApp, and within a day or two, everything was set up. So what I'm saying, what the brothers and sisters are going in Gaza, complete devastation, starvation, even being attacked in hospitals, patient being picked up and taken to a prison. It's nothing we experience. We're, alhamdulillah, quite secure, quite comfortable. And if we can't give half an hour coming here, you know, a phone call, then, you know.
And this is also why we need our media to support us.
Yeah.
So platforms like this tonight, yeah. A big thank you to Pod Talk and LB24
Yeah.
and Shah and his team for giving us the opportunity to sit here and talk about this project. Yeah. Sorry for the.
Just to follow up from what Araz was saying, look, if we all take this seriously, right, and like we are now, and get the word out, if you think about it, when we go to a restaurant, for example, right, how much do we spend minimum? Yeah, minimum 50 to 100 pounds. Yeah, that 100 pound, just one occasion that you miss your restaurant, yeah, you give that to the charity. And remember, when you give charity, right, charity does not decrease your wealth, right? And, you know, alhamdulillah, Zach knows, we know, we did a lot of fundraising from PR Legends as well, yeah, for a lot of initiative and etc. And alhamdulillah, we still continue. But it goes to good cause, like or sponsoring orphans and things like that, and building houses. But all I'm saying is that when Allah asks us, when we passed away, what did you do? What are you going to say? And the important thing is, like you said, if you just spend half an hour here, half an hour there, 1 hour there, and like make it a family event so that even, you know, when we're not around, like we're here today, we might not be here tomorrow, but at least the legacy will stay. And this cause, yeah, is a very important cause. It's a strength of our iman. It's testing us. Yeah, it's not testing them. Alhamdulillah, they're testing left, right, center, right? You know, losing home, nothing, no health service, everything. Yeah, but it's testing us. What are we doing about it?
One brother, correct me if I'm wrong, he had 200 members of his family killed, extended family.
Wow.
Some are, you know, 50, 60. It's amazing. I mean, like, if we had one person, pass
Can you
away.
imagine the emotion
Exactly.
and the trauma you will go through?
Exactly.
But the thing is, there was a story on that, I don't know if you remember, there was this doctor whose whole family was killed.
Yeah.
And she survived. And she was wondering, why am I still alive? She was asking herself, asking Allah, why am I still alive? And then what happened was she was a doctor of counseling or psychology or something, right? And then over time, she was asked to go to Cairo or Egypt, right? Because there was a child that needed the help. And what happened was they took her to take care of her.
Wow.
So can you imagine? So Allah, they can do what they like. They can plan everything, but Allah is the best of planners.
Right.
And if we take the initiative, however small, like I said, it's just an ambulance could get blown up. But at least we keep on trying.
At least we
Because if we keep give up,
Yeah, that reminded me of a word, resilience, Fazlubay. You know, one of the brothers in Palestine said, why are you rebuilding the hospital? It's going to, like you say, be broken. Yeah.
Feel free.
Yeah.
You don't have to speak all the time.
No, just interrupt me.
Yeah.
But he said they could destroy an ambulance 100 times. We buy another ambulance 100 times. They can destroy our home 100 times.
Yeah.
We will rebuild 100 times. See the kind of resilience
the strong
and
positive attitude.
I've seen my own eyes them.
Yeah.
Believe me, they are like, they have the strongest iman. I'm
Exactly,
gonna say.
yeah.
I've seen everything lost. They lost everything, but still they have the iman.
And they have the faith in Allah, which is the important thing.
I just wanted to ask a question. There's also plan or a possibility of teams going to Cairo
Nice one, Zach.
for a
delegation.
football tournament or something.
Oh.
So,
yeah.
Zach wants to go for the 50s.
Yeah, so
তুমি আমরা খালি ব্রিফ করো আমরা ভাবতাম যে এটা হবে
yeah, so the idea is October, roughly that time. October, take I don't know, 2, 3, 4 teams, whatever teams, go to Cairo, have a exhibition tournament, like freedom, tournament, and also see the Palestinians in Cairo.
Right.
and also see the pyramids. So
He's
some of you
talked to
may,
pyramids.
so kind of, it's like a nice kind of charity work, football, and also getting to know new people.
Does it have to be football? Just football? Can it be?
It could be anything. It could be
Yeah,
anything.
why not?
And
Any multi-sport?
I'm inshallah learning Arabic in my tender age, so I kind of practice my broken Arabic with a poor local taxi driver.
Possibly Sadbhai, I think this is an opportunity. It doesn't just have to be football. It could be multi-sports.
Basketball.
So,
It can be. I think obviously, if you look at our list, the number of organisations
Yeah.
that we have, it's not just football orientated.
Yeah.
I mean, we've got the brother here, Rana, who's representing cricket.
Yeah.
So it could be cricket. I mean, I think basketball, we've got basketball. So there's various different
Badminton.
options, badminton as well, various different options. Just one thing I wanted to touch as well, I mean, just in terms of the tournament, the mini tournament that we're proposing to go
Yeah.
to Gaza.
Hmm.
I think
Cairo.
to Cairo.
Cairo,
sorry,
Cairo.
I mean, to go
Cairo.
Gaza would be amazing, but I
Yeah.
don't think
Cairo,
we'll
Cairo.
be allowed.
Yes, to Cairo.
We'll be coming back.
I think if you remember, it's something that we actually discussed in one of our first meetings, and we were kind of questioning ourselves the relevance behind us actually going over there. And I think the idea was we go there and we play. Not only we would play, but we actually get
Yeah.
the Palestinian people there,
Exactly.
maybe the kids or who are, get them involved.
right,
And
okay.
the whole idea is they get involved, and it's the atmosphere that you actually
Create, yeah.
something that for them, for us, obviously it's quite easy, but for them, I think it's a big thing. If you can actually put a smile on their face,
Absolutely.
then, for us, it's mission accomplished. For
You know what I propose? I propose that we all work to set up a festival of sports for a weekend or whatever, 3 days in Cairo, and we have different sporting activities throughout the 2 days. Yeah, so we have a football tournament, we have a cricket, we have badminton. All the sports that we can.
It'd be amazing.
It's possible. It is actually possible. We can do it.
If you go in October, you got enough time to plan.
Yeah, I think we can, because if different people take the responsibility, because we don't have to take hundreds of people with us. It's about, like Sadbhai said, is to actually get them involved. People in Cairo that are Gaza থেকে আইসুন, to get them involved.
Yeah, give me a relief.
Absolutely.
Exactly.
Yeah. What do you think, Naif?
Yeah, it's a brilliant idea, bhai. So we can do that. We can make a sports festival there.
Yeah.
So that's where they can involve themselves. It will be their mental refreshment as well.
Yeah, and as I said, cost is not.
Mike
gonna
Sarah,
be,
we don't have,
yeah, the cost shouldn't be that great. I mean, a couple of days, like 3-4 days. I don't know, £300 pound per or 350. I don't know. It's quite. It's not that going to be that expensive.
No, just to reassure everybody that if we do go, it's going to be paid for individuals rather than.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. It's
Before
paid,
people get the wrong ideas, yes.
self-funded. Self-funded. 100% self-funded. Okay. There's no doubt nahi এখানে.
Yeah.
Okay. Now let's talk about our charity partner. We haven't said much about them. 13 Rivers Trust,
Yeah.
which was founded by our brother Abu Mumin, who, again, I think came up with some amazing, groundbreaking projects.
I
With
thought he's
the
going to be here today.
13 Rivers Trust. Yeah, Abu.
Abu. This is to you, Abu.
Abu, you're supposed to be here, right?
He's the culprit.
I thought
really.
you great.
He rang me
Yeah.
and said, "Oh, Zach, I mean, come there, babe." And then why? I've got football, right? I'm playing football with my son. I said, well, if you're playing football with your son, then I can't really
Can't really
say anything. Anyway, but Abu has set up with other friends the 13 Rivers Trust, but some of the projects that he initiated are quite amazing. Yeah, especially the Eden Care project, the End of Life project. These are like, wow.
Yeah.
These are,
The orphanage stuff, man.
we're very
Close to the heart.
close to the heart, because to bury people,
It's not easy.
it's not something everyone can do. Yeah?
Yeah.
Especially there are converts, Musliman হইছে, তারার family কোনো support নাই. After they die, there's no one there to bury them.
No means.
There's a young brother called
Come on,
Ahad.
mate.
He does a wonderful job.
Ahad is leading on that.
Yeah.
Ahad is leading on that.
And they
But-
came to prominent Grenfell, the tower. They do.
Yeah,
Right,
yeah,
right, they've done
they've
great
done
work.
quite a few.
Yeah.
Done a few for Grenfell. But one that really touches me was that I remember Abu telling me that there was this brother who, became Muslim, and the whole family.
Became Muslim. after-
Muslim
I should,
what do you call it?
Disowned him.
Yeah, disowned him, right? Now, he was on his own. He fell ill. And then when he passed away, the hospital was going to cremate him
Oh.
because they didn't know who to speak to. But they somehow got 13 Rivers Trust and the Eden Care End of Life Project, and they contacted Abu and said, "Can you help?" And straight away, they were there.
yeah.
So this is
Amazing work.
something amazing they're doing. Also, they have Silet Aid, which is another project which is focused in Silet for Ramadan, for emergency medical care, and so on. And there are various other projects they're doing,
Orphan one as well.
the orphans, and also they're working in Gaza on a regular basis. So well done to 13 Rivers Trust, and we are also very proud to have you as our charity partner. And I know we spoke to Hasnat before we came here, and Hasnat actually said that even if we, try at our level best to raise whatever amount we can, any shortfall, 13 Rivers Trust will support this, will match this. So this is what we need. This kind of inspiration we need.
To be honest, the 13 Rivers, the work they've done over the years, they're inspirational. And when everybody said, 13 Rivers will be involved in this process and they'll be our charity partner, I had no hesitation.
Yeah.
We know these guys inside out, right? We know the work they do. And if we raise an amount of money, inshallah, we know that's going to go to a great cause, and the money will be transparent, and they won't have to worry about is the money going to the right places or not.
Absolutely.
So
Absolutely.
rest assured, whoever gets involved in the process, your money will be going directly to that cause, inshallah.
Thank you very much. I think we are coming to the end of the show. So what I'm going to do now is ask everyone to just say your final message to the viewers, to your colleagues, to your friends, whoever's watching. So Nahid, let me start with you. So a message kita to the community.
I would like to ask everyone to come forward and support this great cause. Thank you.
That was quite nice and short. Fazlubhai, don't keep it that short, please.
No. Alhamdulillah, look, my message to everybody is that, firstly, thank you to all the groups that's coming together. Not just the organization, the individuals are also coming together, and the sisters coming together to try and make this a successful event. But also, I think we need to continue that. And remember one thing, giving charity does not decrease your wealth. So make every effort to try and help in this noble cause, please.
Thank you. Sorry.
Yeah, I would just say, I said before, if we can't unite under this umbrella, the cause of Gaza, as a community, we'll never be united. So brothers and sisters out there, please get involved, take part, raise a bit of money, and let's help the cause. And inshallah, we'll be rewarded in this life and the akhirah, inshallah.
Thank you for it. Sadbhai?
I think I'm just going to echo what everybody else has said. It's a community effort. It's an effort with most of our sporting community and wider communities. My plea really is for everybody to actually get involved, take part, and raise as much money as possible.
That's it.
Inshallah, it's not only for the Club of London Sportive. We'll invite our family and all the well-wisher of London Sportive to participate in this great cause. And inshallah, it will be a good result, inshallah, end of the day.
Harold?
Just to say,
You haven't said much. So.
okay, Jazakallah to everybody coming here today, and to Zach as well for hosting. He's done a fantastic job. Not really, I mean, no, only joking. But I think for me the key message is unity. It gives me so much pleasure to see how united we are for this cause. And if you see, the lack of unity is making us do what we are doing. If the Muslim world was united, then we wouldn't have to do this. But because we don't have unity, that's why we have to do this. So unity for me personally, for our community and the Muslim Ummah is so crucial. So inshallah, going forward, we should be united as much as possible.
Thank you very much. Dear viewers, we're going to end the show here tonight. I hope you've enjoyed the discussions and you've been inspired by my guests and the projects that we are all taking on, not just individually, but as a community. And obviously, we've used the word so many times tonight, unity, unity, unity. This is what we want. Unity through sports, unity in sports, okay? I think sports in solidarity, this is what we're looking for. And alhamdulillah, already we have 26 organizations that have come forward. I am hoping, I'm praying that by next couple of weeks and months, it's going to be doubled to in the 50s in terms of groups supporting this unique noble cause. So once again, a big thank you to Vote Talk, big thank you to LB24 for giving us the opportunity to talk about this beautiful project. And please watch out for any messages, any posters, WhatsApp group, whatever we're going to create for our projects and events coming up. The first one is on Monday night at Stepney Green. If you want to come and watch Bishwanath versus Usmani Nagor, yeah, I'll be there. I know you're going to be there, aren't you?
No, I can't, sorry.
Yeah, all right. So we're going to be there to support them. And this is the beginning of many, many different sporting events up to, inshallah, June, where we hope to raise the amounts that we are targeting and beyond, inshallah. So thank you for watching, and until next time, be safe. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.